Okay, so here's the story time that I meant to do in the other video, but just didn't get to. How I got started in makeup. I have loved makeup pretty much my entire life. I was that little girl. I'm not kidding. Like, I would see play makeup and I wanted to just play in it. It just seems so fun and so pretty. And I remember my aunts would bring around those bags of those Avon lipstick samples, and they would pass them back and forth. And nobody in my family really wears makeup. My sister wears a little bit of it, but shoot, when I'm going through my stuff and I'm like, hey, I have a ton, because I get subscription boxes. I'm like, hey, I've got a ton of unopened eyeshadows and lipsticks and mascaras. Do you want any? No, thanks. That's usually her response. No, thanks. I'm good. And so I end up with a ton of makeup that I'm never going to get through. But now that I have a channel, if ever I get a backlog like that again, I can do giveaways or something of the sort. But I remember, Avon in my hometown, my small town in Ohio, it was so popular, and they would get these little lipstick samples, and they would be passing them back and forth, going, here, do you want them? No, I don't really wear lipstick. Here, do you want them? And I'm like, the whole time seeing the bag, and I'm just like a dog with a bone. I'm like, somebody want to give that to me? That's mine. And every once in a while we'd be allowed to play with it. But it wasn't until, I don't remember exactly how old I was. I feel like I was about 11, maybe 12. And I hope I haven't already told this story. I feel like maybe I did, but I don't remember who I told. So I'm going to put it up here anyway. If you already heard it before, oh well. But my first real makeup, not play makeup, but first real makeup, came from a brand new store that opened in our town, and we were so excited about it. We didn't know what it was or how awesome it was going to be. It wasn't really that awesome. We thought it was going to be awesome. Big Lots. Oh yes. It was a Big Lots, and we're like, did you guys hear about the new store that opened? So my family went as a family to Big Lots, and I remember we were so excited because this is small town America, right? This is what happens. We get excited over little things. And we walked in. My dad was like, whoa, look at this place. And my mom's like, it's a junk store. What is this? And I'm like, they got to have makeup somewhere. So I just went off on my own, and I went over, and sure enough, they had makeup. And I don't remember if it was like a CoverGirl quad or something. I don't remember. But I remember looking at it. My mom had shot me down numerous times before when I had asked, can I get some makeup? Because no, you're not wearing purple eyeshadow. No, you're too young. You're too this, you're too that. And then I found neutrals, and I knew I could be in. There was a chance that she would say yes to this, a slight chance, but I was going to try anyway. So I carefully examined everything, and all the colors were very organized. This Big Lots was like, they had their act together, perhaps because they were brand new, but they had all the neutrals in one spot, all the blues, all the purples, all the greens. It was all color coded, so somebody cared. When they were stocking those shelves, it must have been a woman who did that, I'm sure, who understood makeup colors. Now that's not the case. Men are into it too. But back then, that's just how it was. So I remember I went over and I found my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I was ready. I was like a lawyer, ready to fight her case, okay? And I was like, Mom, I understand that I think I was 11 or 12, but, and I know you've said no in the past for me to have makeup, but they have brown eyeshadow and very light brown lipstick and very light blush, and it's very affordable, Mom. I think this would be a good thing for me to have, so that I can just start out with the neutral stuff, and then I'll work my way up with other makeup. Can I have it? And she looked at me and she goes, go get it, let me look at it, I want to see it. Ooh, I was on it. I went over, I got my good eyeshadow. Eyeliner was not a thing for me. I didn't care about it. I didn't understand it. Got the mascara, got some very nude lipstick, a very light blush. I had the whole pack. Again, I think it was CoverGirl. And I bring it over, and she's like, you can have the eyeshadow, you can have the blush, you can have the lipstick. You do not need mascara. You are not going to, and this is way back when parents weren't so careful about what they said to their kids. So I don't remember what my mom said exactly. She didn't say prostitute. She didn't say streetwalker. I forget what it was. She used some term that meant something like that. You don't want to look like a little. She didn't use the word tart, did she? I don't remember. But it was no, you don't need to look like that. But you can have this, and you're not to wear it to school. Well, that changed because I bugged her until I was allowed to wear it to school. If ever you guys want to hear about the white fringed boots, I got a story about that too. 6th grade. Maybe you don't care, and maybe I won't bother you with it, but it's a story. But anyway, I was one of the cool girls who got to wear a little bit of makeup to school, and that was it. But that was how I started out with my makeup, and then after that, of course, it was all downhill from there, and I just became a makeup junkie and would go crazy over the good makeups. But yeah, my first set of makeup was like cheapy eyeshadow. And remember, guys, again, I said this in another video, back then, drugstore brands, especially the drugstore stuff that ended up at a place like Big Lots, which is, by the way, an outlet store where it's just like all the stuff that didn't sell elsewhere, even at Kmart or Walmart, ends up at Big Lots. So, yeah, it was like way down the line. So this stuff was not the best. And the drugstore quality was terrible, you know, so on and so forth. But yeah, that's how I got started. And I just remember being so excited and feeling so grown up. And I may have used my period as leverage. I think I may have. I may have already had my period at that point. I was like, Mom, I'm already carrying around my little purse with my pads. So I think it's time. Oh, I got a compact too. I forgot about that. I got face powder. And I thought, oh, that was it. I was everything because I had a compact. And so I was like, doing my thing. Oh, God. But I'm not kidding. I forgot about that. I think I did use my period as leverage. Mom, I'm a woman now. Remember our talk? You said I'm a woman now, so I should be allowed to have this, right? It was like less than like $7 worth of makeup. It was crazy. But anyway, now that we're talking about my period, we should probably end this video because you don't need to know. Well, you already know everything. Anyway, love you guys.